a long-awaited chit chat. Get ready with me because I've missed you guys so much. Because hanging it out right now with you guys. I've missed you. I feel like it's been forever since I've just sat down, talked to you guys, done some makeup, and as you can see, I'm wearing color! So today we're just gonna be chitting and chatting and just doing some makeup, and that is amazing, so let's get into it. And because I want to do some really fierce, beautiful eye makeup today, I'm going to start out with the eyes. So I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is in the color Custard. I think this is one of my favorite concealers at the moment. It's been that for like so long now. It is full coverage and just amazeballs. I've missed saying that, amazeballs. And as you can see, just hides any imperfection or discoloration, and I love using it as a primer as well. And then I'm gonna be grabbing the Anastasia Contour Kit medium to tan version, and you may be like, what the hell, girl? I thought you were doing the eyes. Yes, I am. I am gonna be using that color right there in my crease, picking some up on a fluffy brush and using it in my crease. I really hope you guys are doing well. I have been so freaking busy lately, you have no idea. I've been traveling and there's been so many events. I went to an event called Teenage Awards here in Denmark. It is not like the Teen Choice Awards, it is kind of much smaller, trust me. Some from my management, they actually won an award for best YouTuber and gamer, and that was just amazing, made me so happy. And I love seeing how YouTube finally starts to become something big in Denmark. But other than that, I'm doing really well, guys. I've actually started working out, like for real. I'm actually documenting everything on my Danish channel, and I know some of you guys may be like, oh no, why not here? But the reason is basically that my personal trainer, because I've got such a thing, my personal trainer, Joanna, she is Danish, so am I. So it would be easier for her and me to do it on the Danish channel, but you can still follow up over there and see the workouts that we do, because you don't need to speak to see those. So I would highly recommend you guys, if you want to get into shape for this summer with me. I know we're starting late, but we can still make it, we can still make it. For the longest time, I haven't been working out or running or doing anything exercise-wise, so I just feel like that my body is so... I was a competitive dancer, so just finally using my body again and feeling like that I'm getting back into shape is such a great experience. I've been so freaking sore as well. My muscles are just like, but it's good. Then next up, I'm gonna be using my Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, because look at these shades. And I think I'm gonna be using Jones right there. I love these orange colors. They're so pretty, especially for summer. This is probably my favorite color at the moment. It is not as pigmented as I would like it to be, which really annoys me, but it's such a pretty color. A bit of Fix Plus maybe works magic. And then I'm just gonna be grabbing that color right there and using it in my outer crease area. And then for underneath my eyes, I'm gonna be using this MAC chromographic pencil in the color Genuine Orange. And then I'm gonna grab Goldmine right there and put it just on top of that orangey thing, so it's not that orange. I like that it's a bit more oomphy down underneath than up here, and it actually matches the color pretty well, actually, kinda. It's cool, it's cool. We better be doing some brow work because these brows, they need help. I'm gonna be using my Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia in the color Blonde. I have actually been into doing really dark brows at the moment, but for today's look, I think it's gonna be too harsh. So I'm actually gonna try to stick to as natural brows as even possible. If it's possible for me, we'll have to wait and see. You know how brow obsessed I am. And I actually feel like that the trend for me this year when it comes to like brows and summer makeup is actually really basic and beautiful makeup, not too much. I honestly haven't worn mascara for the longest time because I just feel like that it gets too heavy, and even the mascaras that are really natural, I just really don't like them. I'm like an all or nothing kind of gal when it comes to mascara. Either it has to be there and be on there and just or I don't want anything at all. Brows are really natural. Not too harsh, not too heavy, but still filled in. How do you say that? Is it like you fill in your brows or you fill out your brows? Good question. That's it, no more brow. I don't want it to be too heavy or too full. Not too much, not too little, somewhere in the middle. What the hell? I'm weird today, what is going on? And to kind of like set my brows, I'm gonna be using my Bobbi Brown Longwear Brow Gel because it is amazing for that. And this is also in the shade Blonde, kind of used up. Sucks. And this one is actually waterproof, which means that it's great for Danish weather and Danish summer weather because let's be honest, most of the time it freaking rains and it pours. I just really wish that I would live somewhere sunny and bright and lovely every single day. I love summer, I love hot weather because I'm always cold. If you know me, I'm always cold. So I'm always freezing my ass off and therefore Denmark is just not the place for me because it is so cold here and it's really windy at the moment. The sun is out, which is lovely, but it's not really that hot. So it looks really summery, doesn't feel like it. Using my One True Love Maybelline Lash Sensational. No. Oh, you really need to focus when you do your mascara. Wow, that looks pretty, except for that black little dot right there. I'm just gonna be waiting with the mascara on the bottom lashes because now let's move on to the rest of the face because this face, it needs some help. First of all, let's prime our faces. I'm gonna be using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter thing because it's so beautiful, guys. Ever since getting this one, I've been in love because it's so luminous on the skin. It looks so beautiful. Even on those days where I haven't been wearing any other like foundation or concealer, whatever, I've been wearing this just to get that glow on my skin because it really gives such a nice glowy finish. And then Makeup Forever, they were so kind to send me some of the Water Blend foundations. This is their newest foundation that kind of like takes over the Face and Body foundation. And I've got these in the shades Y305 and Y325. Which one? I think probably Y325. And remember, because it's water-based, it's really important to shake it really, really well before using it. Already now I can tell you this is a really, really, really lightweight foundation. As you can see, it looks really natural on the skin. So if that is the finish that you're going for, this is gonna be amazing for you. I mean, I feel like that I'm covered when it comes to like small imperfections or redness, but it looks so natural. And as soon as it sets down, it is waterproof. You can go bathe with it, you can go swim with it, you can do whatever you want with it. I could keep on talking about this one actually. I really like it. I'm just gonna be using my beauty blender and then a tiny bit of the NARS Creamy Concealer on my nose. Because my nose kind of gets a tiny bit red sometimes and I don't really like that. So I have to do like this. It's actually quite funny because when I started my YouTube channel, I was only speaking like British English and now it's more of an American English. And people are just like, you changed so much, Camilla. And I'm like, no, I speak the way that I want to. And you know, I've been around people for the longest time now who speaks like American English instead of British English. So I feel like I'm just kind of like adjusting to the environment and to who I'm talking to. But honestly, I don't mind speaking like this either. It really depends on who I'm with. So please don't judge me because I just speak the way that I want to. Thank you. I'm not gonna be baking. I'm gonna be using my Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Sheer Powder in the color N20. And it looks like this. Really natural, really beautiful on the skin. I'm just gonna be using it underneath my eyes a tiny bit. Not too much though, because we don't want this to be a powdery look at all. Also just around my nostrils. And to kind of like contour a tiny bit because I want a tiny bit of contour, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Contour Cream Kit. And I'm going to be using the light version and then that color and that color. And I feel like with these kind of things you have to be really careful that it doesn't get too heavy. If you've been following me for a very long time, you will know that I do have fairly much facial hair. So I've actually started to shave my face. Like not in this area because I don't struggle with any kinds of like beard. It's more like out here in my cheek area. Because I had that much like facial peach fuzz hair, it would make my contour look a bit more muddy and so on and sit in those small hairs. So now because I've started shaving them off, it looks much more natural when I'm doing like contour because there's not those clumps of like contour sitting in those hairy things. But let me be honest, it feels kind of weird telling people that I'm actually shaving my face. Bit of nose contouring. And we've done a tiny bit of contour, and then I'm gonna be using my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion bronzer. This is in the shade 20M. I wish it had a real name though. I'm just using that as a bronzer to bronze up my skin. You know how much I love bronzer, it's just like, it's a thing. And I'm actually not being too precise with the bronzer, I'm just kind of like using it wherever I feel like I want a tiny bit more color and bronzed look. And for some glowy stuff on my cheeks, I'm gonna be using the Anastasia Glow Kit, and this is the Ultimate Glow Palette, which is so stunning. And I think I'm gonna be mixing Hot Sand right there because it's kind of like a blushy color to me, and then mixing it with Amber Gold and White Sand. Yes, we're going crazy. And it's just gonna be an all over cheek glowy kind of thing because we're mixing all of those colors. Oh, so pretty. Stunning! That's honestly one thing that I love about highlight. Every single time I apply highlight, I'm just like, life just got so much better. It's amazing how happy highlight can make me. It's like, it's like a thing. It's like an addiction. And I'm gonna be using Snow right there to give that ultimate glow up there, and then also on the bridge of my nose. Yes, girl! I freaking love me my highlight.
I need my highlight. I can't live without it. I love it. Yeah.
More is more. The more the merrier, the more the better. Honestly, how can you not be in love with that? And for mascara on my bottom lashes, I'm gonna be using the waterproof mascara from Makeup Forever Aqua Smoky. And the brush looks somewhat like this. Kind of big, but once again, it is waterproof, so it's great for me and my bottom lash thing. You know me, if I don't use something waterproof or something really long lasting on my bottom lashes, I'm gonna look like a panda. And pandas are cute, just not when I'm the panda. On to the lips. I really want to try out this Aqua Rouge waterproof liquid lip color from Makeup Forever, and this is in the shade 2. I think it looks like kind of like a dusty rosy color, which is really pretty. And what you do is that you use the color firstly, and then you use this kind of like top coat thing afterwards, which really gives it that hold and that long lasting waterproof effect. Using a teeny tiny bit of glitter in the middle because that is a really hot trend right now to do like that color blocking thing. And I'm gonna be using kind of like the top coat thing as kind of like a glue. And if you want to, you don't have to do this, but I'm just gonna be doing a little flick out here with the glitter as well. Look for today, and it got really glittery and really beautiful and really orangey, peachy, yellowish, kind of golden as well actually, but I really like it. It's funny, it's spring and summerish, and that's what I really love. And it's also one of those really cool summer trends right now, doing that thing in the middle of the lip with some, I don't know, color or glitter, whatever you want to do. I just really like it because it also highlights in a really fun way. It's fun. I mean, makeup is fun, and that's what I love about it. If you've got any video ideas or makeup ideas for me, leave them in the comment section down below. And just thank you so very much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember, I love you all to the moon and back and everywhere else.